So regular expression is basically a sequence of characters. They find some pattern and then you apply some operations on them. So let's look at this example. So this is what we have been learning since, I mean, this is what we have learned in earlier classes. So we have string here, and if I want to replace love with like, I'll just do a string one dot replace, and I execute this, and then I see that love is replaced by like. So this is like a direct substitute, like you have something, you find something, and you replace something. So you're not looking for any pattern, you're looking for the entire word. So what if I want to find a pattern, like let's say I want to find a pattern where I want to search for gr, and then whatever, how many number of characters it is after gr, including gr, that should be replaced with some other value. Let's say that I have this g till here, right? But as soon as I'll only give gr, and then I'll say like this is a pattern, right? After this, after gr, you, how many number of how many number of characters it may be, all this will be a one pattern. So what that means is after gr I have these many number of characters, so I will include all of them in the same search pattern. Now this I want to replace with like. So for that we have to import an regular expression module. So import re, and re dot sub. So sub is a function, just like a replace, substitute, right? So what I will do is I'll say this is gr, right? So gr, so dot means one character. Okay, now what I'm saying, you look for gr, and then you look for one character of, and then star means any number of characters. So you look for gr, after that there should be one character, and then there could be any number of characters. So basically it is looking for this pattern. Now this pattern I want you to replace with like, right? And what is the input string that you want to pass? It will be string 1. So if you execute this, okay, so you'll have to, we forgot to put this in quotes, right? Okay, so let's put this in quote, and now execute this. Now you see this, right? The entire gramming is, entire word, the entire subset of this word is been replaced by like. So this is what regular expressions do. You don't have to specify the full word or the exact word, you just specify a pattern, and then it will search for that pattern, and then you can apply the functions. Like for example, here I have applied the substitute function, so it's found this pattern and it replaced it with like. So there are several other functions as well. So before that I want you to have a look at this. So these are like special characters which have a special meaning. So one of the special characters that we use two special characters here, right? So one is dot, one is star. So dot means a single character, star is 0 or more occurrences. Okay, so one character and more than 0 or 1 or characters. But if you want to check for one characters, one or more occurrences, you use plus sign and use this, put your matches in the square bracket. So if this will act like as an or condition, if any one of this is true, then it's fine. Let's see how this works, right? So I'll do one thing. So you have string 1 here. Now I want to split this. Okay, I will say split re dot split. Let's say I want to split by space. Now I'm not using any of these special characters here, but then I'm just using a regular expression. I say I want to split this, and I want to pass this, I want to pass this as your input. I want to split this. Now yeah, it has split by this. Now what I'll do is I'll just add something like this, love comma. Okay, now your string 1 becomes something like this. Okay, now instead of just space, what I want to do is I also want to split based on comma. So it can be either space or comma. So what I'll do is, so before that let me execute this one more time and see this is what we have. Then we got comma, love comma, and then programming. So he got like 3 elements, but if same thing what we have here. But if I want to execute this in some other way, let's say if I want to have either of this, right? So I'll either comma or space, what I'll do is I'll put them in this square brackets. I'll put space and then I put comma. So it will either it will check for space. If space is there, it will split. If comma is there, it will split. So now if you see here, this is I, then there is a space, then there is love, then there is a space, comma, and program. So it has split based on comma and as well as based on space. So you'll have more than three elements what you had here. You got 1 2 3 4 5 elements. Okay, so that's a simple example of this. So similarly, if you see this, this means something, a pattern should start with this, or dollar would be ending with this. Flower brackets which we match a specified number of concurrence. If you want a space, if you're looking for something like, say you're looking for a word and it should match for 2 times, then you will use this. Then we know what this is, or you know what or does. And slash d is if you want. So when you give a slash d, it will match. If it contains only digits, it will match. Okay, and there's another version of d, so it's a capital D, so it does the opposite side. It returns if string does not contain any digits. Same way, if string does not if string contains white spaces, you have S, then there is capital S. If it does not contain white spaces, word. So word, if a string contains any word, it will return true. And then for capital W, it's just the opposite. Now word can be anything like letters, it can be digits, or it can be an underscore. Okay, let's import regular expression. We'll do something here. Let's import re, and let's have the same string that we had here. So I'll copy this. Now let's imagine that I don't know what functions I can apply for regular expression, or that I don't recollect all the functions. Then we'll go for our magical dir analysis. So this is a function that we have executed. So let's look at some other functions. See, we'll pick one function and we'll execute. So find all. So it find all, what it does, you provide some pattern here, and whatever is matching that pattern, it will give you as your output. So we'll use that. So what I'll do is find all, and let me just take, I'll remove this. I love programming. So I'll search for M, and I want it occurrence to be 2. Okay, so I will put them in quotes. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll pass this as input. Now for this, I want to look for the letter M, and I want its occurrence to be 2. Okay, now if I execute this, I'll get this result. Now if you see here, we have another M, but then this condition will not be satisfied because the occurrence is like just 1 here. It says 1M. So let's execute this, and I have just one result. Let's try to do this again, mm. Now I'll execute this. Now I'll have 2 lists. So this is how we use find all. So we use a regular expression function. We have also used the special characters. So go through this and try different combinations and see how that goes for you, and we will meet in our next lecture.